Good morning. It's Wednesday for me anyway, and we're going to go to the market, so let's go. Van is warmed up and we are pretty much good to go. Haven't done one of these in a while. Let me just put you here. I can't track myself because I've got it in low light mode. Yeah, going to do one a little bit different today. Going to do it's a long format video as you can see here now. But what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you kind of what a year of my YouTube has done for me. So a year ago, pretty much it was like December 2023. December 2023 is when I monetized my YouTube. So I hit the status for monetization. I had 1,000 subscribers and I hit the watched hours, because to get monetized on YouTube you need to hit certain criteria, and it hit it. And so if you go back you can see kind of like I started to put up a couple more videos. You might see a few of them up here, something like that. And what I did at that point, I was starting to earn money off YouTube, and like in the last year it's been pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the market, I'm going to get set up, I'm going to set up the van, I'm going to get ready to trade for the day, and then what I'll do is I'll show you some of the analytics, and I'll share with you what I have essentially earned off of YouTube in the last year, because I would find it quite interesting. There's not much information out there for people doing what I do on the earning side of it and what you can get from it. So as you know, I'm very honest and I'm very open with things like that. So let's get to the market, let's get set up, and I'll show you. So we're here, we made it to the market. I am fully set up. Let me just show you around. I'll show you what I'm dealing with today anyway before we get into this. Ovens are on, they are set. That one's running at 466. Running at 444 on that one. They're just holding steady. That one's on a lower flame than that one. In the fridge today we got our pepperoni, we got our ground beef, got the andouille, got our lovely balsamic onions, thinly sliced green peppers, got a few of that mozzarella, got a basil, got a pecorino. Oil is up there. A lot of people ask me, this is an Atoza fridge. The actual label fell off the other day, and it's bolted to the wall here, and that keeps everything nice and cool for me. Anyway, and another thing actually, I do have a hand wash station. It is just there, and there's my hand wash, my soap, and my blue roll to dry my hands. Right, what I was saying before I got here is basically, yeah, monetization, my year on YouTube. Now, I can't really remember what I was saying earlier on. It was about an hour ago. It's only 9:20. I've literally been at the market for an hour and I'm fully set, ready to go. So when it comes to YouTube, basically when I kicked off, I mean, I've had a YouTube channel for probably 7 years, pretty much, just over 7 years. I think I started it sort of a few months into when I started peddling pizza, which was December 2016 is when I started selling. So I've been selling pizza for just over 8 years now. And basically I started a YouTube channel, and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was a long time ago. I just put out a little bit of content, and essentially what's happened is it's just laid dormant. It's just I put all of my sort of enthusiasm and effort into sort of Instagram, because Instagram is really good, because it's a really good showcase. Back in the day it was all about pictures, so I used to share a lot of pictures about what I do, you know, the pizza. And then when Reels started coming around, a bit like a YouTube short, you know, the small 60-second videos it was originally, I'd do a lot of those. We'd play around with it. I had Ben with me a lot of the time, and we'd sort of mess around and do some cool Reels, and my editing got better and better and stuff like that. I like to think I'm pretty good at that. I don't know if you've seen some of my shorts or my reels, but I do it all myself on my phone, and yeah, I enjoy doing it. So I sort of built that up, and my Instagram is up at like currently 173,000 followers, and it's really good because it brings me new people. It showcases me not just locally but globally and stuff like that, and it's your, you know, it essentially brought me on board as a ambassador with Gozney. which now that's turned into a partnership. I'm a brand partner with Gozney, with the oven manufacturer. So you know, I do a lot of stuff with them as well. And basically, so last year I realised I've been doing. I did a round of like pizza classes, stuff like that. I taught people how to sort of make pizza. You know, I don't see myself as any kind of expert. I'm self-taught, but obviously I've probably got a lot of information that people might want. You know, I'd like to say that I'm quite experienced in this. I've been doing it, been selling pizza for 8 years. I've done it all year round, through snow all the way to like screaming hot summers in this van and in different setups. This is my third different setup. I started on a bicycle, then had a little 3-wheeler van with a gazebo out the front, and now I've got this truck. So you know, I've done stuff with bigger ovens, smaller ovens. I've done all sorts. I've even been flown to the USA to do pizza consultancy and things like that. So I like to think I hopefully know what I'm talking about. So with that, I've done these classes. I enjoy doing them. They're great. And what I realised is I thought about it, and back in the day when I started out, there wasn't loads of information out there, especially on like YouTube. I mean, I searched and I found a few good videos, a few good people doing some really, really good content, and I sort of learned quite a lot on sort of like how to make the dough, and even like stretching it open. Watched a few videos and really sort of studied them, broke it down, put it in slow-mo so I could see like the process and things like that. And kind of taught myself how to do it. And what I realised is I quite enjoy doing this. I quite enjoy talking to people talking to the camera, and I feel comfortable in my van and in this space. So my YouTube basically hit the status for monetisation. Now, if you didn't realise, then YouTube have a monetisation program that when you hit a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watched hours, you can apply for monetisation on your channel. And I hit that criteria, and basically from that point my kind of attitude also changed a little bit. You know, I was like, well, I'm now getting paid for this information, and why shouldn't I? You know, anything that you put on YouTube, if you don't have the monetization, if there's adverts running at the top end, mid-roll, things like that during your video, essentially YouTube are getting paid for those adverts, but you're not getting paid. So you know, it's divvied up between the creators who have monetization. So I hit the status and I put out a couple of videos, and you know, I'm going to show you basically what that has done for me this year, because I massively quite enjoy doing it. I've put out hopefully some good content, and let's dig into it. As you know, I'm pretty open, I'm pretty honest. Like, if you've watched any of my live streams, you know, I generally go live from my truck every Wednesday on the market, and you know, I share quite a bit of information. Like, whilst I'm here, I'm making pizza, I'm slamming it out, I can't really engage too much, but at the start and at the end, I'll take some questions, I'll chat to people, and I literally will tell you at the end of the day how much I've made for the day. You know, I've done a whole video on showing you my earnings for pretty much an entire year of doing this, and you know, because I've got nowhere to hide. There's no point me not telling you. You know, a lot of people might want to know. They might be thinking they want to get into this, and if I can help someone who's looking to change their job and do something that they really, really are passionate about and love, then I'm happy to help. So let's delve in. I'm going to show you exactly what a year of YouTube monetization has done for me. So let's go. Okay, so you may notice I'm in my kitchen at home. Basically, I started recording this yesterday. I went straight to my iPad. I had my camera. I was holding my like Osmo in front of it, but I was getting so much glare off the screen, and it looked terrible. There was like finger smudges on the iPad. And then someone came over and talked to me. So I thought what would be a much better way of doing it is if I did a little screen record from my phone, which I'm going to set up now. So I'm going to start doing a screen record on this, and we are going to basically dip into it. So there we go. Let me just start recording my screen, and here you go. Let's flip this round. So it's landscape. Right, you are now looking at my YouTube studio on my phone, and as you can see, as of today, I have 64,978 subscribers. That's actually gone up from yesterday. This time yesterday, that was 64,440, I think, something like that. So I've gained a good few hundred overnight, which is pretty cool. This you get a lot of analytics in YouTube Studio, more so if you open it up on like a MacBook or a computer. You can do a lot more stuff with it. But on the phone, it just gives me all the information I need, and it's pretty cool. So you can see in the last 28 days, where it says there on the right, I've gained 1.8 million views. A lot of that will be shorts views, short format, 3-minute videos, because they've been doing quite well. But I have gained 8.1 thousand subscribers in 28 days, which is pretty damn cool. My channel is growing pretty fast, a few hundred every day, which is really cool for me. And it kind of like gives me a little bit more of a pump to do better content and try and share some more like things that I think you guys might be interested in. But what you are here for, and what the title suggests, is basically I'm telling you what I have earned in a year of content creation and monetization on YouTube. So let's go. So let's click the estimated revenue button. This tells me quite a lot of stuff, and I'm going to go straight over to estimated revenue here. And basically this will give me a graph, a little line, and you can see how I'm doing every day. So this one here is my last 7 days, and you can see like each day. So literally on the 9th it was £41, the 10th £40. So you can see it, most days earn about 30 to 40 quid, and then it's gone up. So just yesterday, this is a 24 hours behind. It doesn't show you the most up to date. So just yesterday it was like 60 quid for that day. So usually it starts with the last 28 days, and you can see I've had a few spikes. That was one day in the 22nd of December, I took 92 quid in earnings. Now, for a lot of people, this isn't a lot, but remember, this is just me. This is extra for me, and it's just sort of bolstering up what I do in the van, and it's allowed me to technically serve pizza like 1, maybe 2 days a week. I don't have to do too much because of this extra sort of earnings I'm getting off of this. But if we go to the year, 365 days, and you can see at the start where it's completely flatlined. So back on like the 20th of Jan, 22nd, there we go, 17th. So this time last year, it's 45 pence, which is like what? Like 50 cents, like nothing, like a very small amount, because there wasn't really much going on. I hit monetization in December. I applied for it, and that's what I was getting. It was pennies and stuff. Then I started putting out some better content, really had a thought about the long form that I wanted to put out. And you can see there's a big spike. It started to rise around February time. I was getting £17, a little bit more, another £17. And then it just jumped up in like March time, went to £121 in one day. And then there was this real big spike where in one day I earned £307. So you get the gist of where this is going, and you can see it fluctuates. Obviously, it depends when I'm posting. If I'm live, if I post shorts and stuff like that, then the algorithm is going to push it further, and I'm going to get more engagement, which is going to give me more views, which more people are going to watch the adverts, which then gets me paid, which is really cool. But the big number, if you look down on your bottom right of the screen just now, I'm going to slide it up, and you're going to see what I've got in a whole year of content creation and monetization on YouTube. So here we go. So there's the number. That's pretty cool. £20,209.83. That is what I have earned on YouTube in an entire 365 days. I've currently got what was that follower count? It was, or subscribers, 64,978. Let's see if, I've just gained another one. I just refreshed it, 979. So almost 65,000 subscribers. And in a year, that has brought in, let's go back to the revenue. What was the number again? It was 20 grand basically. So just over 20 grand in a year. And that's pretty cool. So let's go back to yesterday in the van, and I'll finish up this video. That's pretty damn good, right? Basically, I've just been doing what I do in my van, and it can earn me that kind of money. So 20 grand in a year. So that's the equivalent, I don't know what that is in dollars, probably like $25,000. I'm not sure what the current exchange rate is for you Americans out there, for anyone else who works in dollars. But that is what a whole year of doing what I'm doing in my van has brought me. So, and what that's done, that's allowed me to actually, one second, I'm just gonna move my iPad. It's actually allowed me to kind of do, like, because the editing takes time, the film, obviously I'm filming it, I'm editing it, I've got to do all that and stuff like that, but it's kind of allowed me to sort of take my foot off the pedal a little bit with like private events. So although I did a load of private events, I didn't take too many last year because You know, my minimum charge for a private event is like £1,000 on the weekend, and that's basically how much I do. But if I can put up like a video like that earnings for the last year is the equivalent of me doing 20 private events basically. But it hasn't cost me anything. It hasn't cost me product. It's just cost me time, because it's like I'm already shooting these videos. I'm already in the van selling pizza, and I'm just doing this around doing that. So if you are interested, and if you enjoyed like this stuff, and you know, I would have loved to have this information. Like, I have no idea how much people would earn on YouTube, how much a creator could earn, someone doing something. I mean, I don't really even see myself as a YouTuber as such. I'm, you know, I own a street food business. I do this is my thing, and it's just that's what I'm doing on the side. But if you're finding that this information or any information I give up useful, if it's enjoyable, then this is a perfect time to drop me a subscribe. There'll be a link here at the end of the video, so please do, you know, subscribe, and there'll be a video that day in the life of video of a pizza truck owner, which I pretty much shot almost a year ago now. And yeah, I mean, I've even put up my full recipe, my full process and things like that, so you can check that out as well. Have a look at my other videos. Make sure that you subscribe, because then you get notified when I'm going live every week, which is pretty much, I'm going to go live today as well. And you know, yeah, ask me a question if there's anything you want to see. I've got loads of stuff planned this year. You know, obviously it's been winter time here. The weather is pretty rubbish in the UK at the moment. So I can't get out and about. I want to do some more stuff out and about with my camper van, taking my ovens places, things like that. I might even do a little bit of a tour, go visit some people, bring a Gozney oven and have some fun. I can film that and stuff like that. But I want to keep it. I want to keep it like open, honest, and real. So I'm not going to start doing anything silly or anything like that just for views. I'm not looking to do clickbait stuff. It's all stuff, you know, that I feel that you might find interesting, and I would have found interesting when I was starting out. So I hope this has been enjoyable. I hope it's been educational and some good information for you. So yeah, like I say, drop me a subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.